Tuesday, July 21st, 6 p.m. Roll call. Erwin. Here. Daniel. Here. Mike. Present. Jody's here. Keith is absent. And we got Brett, and we got Kelly, Ron, and Brown. And for blood.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, you're right into the water and sewer.
All them other numbers up there, we could probably go, what do we down, the state water test EP first. Looks like 156. That one's a set price every year. It's around that, comes to around that 6,000, comes close to it. I mean, each one does vary by different tests that they end up having to do each year. Sometimes they end up having to do more tests from the water plant for the wells, other times they don't. That one has been a set one at that price. Operating supplies. Same with that. If we can get away from this fluoride, that's gonna hopefully be going down. I mean, right now I haven't heard anything differently. So,
It wasn't on the, this last legislative agenda. Doubt it'll move it on to the next
cause I
one.
know that'll drop that $8,000. That's how much that fluoride comes to each year. For us to pay.
Something we don't need.
New meters, keeping at that 10. Right now I've already purchased, I still got more. I'll be purchasing another. It's about 10 of them come to 2,500, so I'll be getting another 20 of them for the end of the year. So bring that up. And then they keep it going, trying to get them by 2030. Hopefully by that date, we'll be able to have all the old ones replaced. We keep on putting money through getting new meters. At that date, we should hopefully be able to get close to.
You anticipate buying that many meters in 27?
Yes.
So it's about 40 a year is what you're
40 a
saying?
year,
Okay.
How many meters you got left to go?
400. So,
No, I'm on this one.
no,
400 to go?
400 will go, 400 plus of the old meters.
Is everything still working? All the meters are working as they should?
Yes. There's the
Thank you.
one that still have over at Dick Fossil's. All the rest have been constantly, that got put in there and I gotta go and double check it. It's for some reason not.
So when you say they're all working, is that verifiable? Have you verified they're all working?
Yes,
How do you verify them?
we end up going through the tester, when we do our reading. That lets us know. And when you keep constantly having the same, post the same reading each month. That's how we can verify that.
And Diane will take that data, plug it into Neptune, and then that will give us a, like if there's a meter that just suddenly start reading zeros, that will pop up and say like, hey, what's wrong with this
A
meter?
warning report.
Yes, yes. And then we'll usually try to reach out to those people if we have their number or we send them a letter.
Or I'll stop by the
Yeah.
house, just like I did last meter read. I just stopped by the house and told them I need to replace their meter, so I replaced it right at that point in time.
Oh, that was put in after all this meter issues and stuff. Did you have a
Yeah.
plan to say we're not gonna let this happen again?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a lot of repair and maintenance, or we had a bunch of stuff this year.
We have.
We're pretty close to the budget there.
Yeah. That's the same way with meters. I've been putting part of them on repair and maintenance for the different, horns that we end up ordering and stuff like that. Horns, valves, that goes under repair and maintenance.
Is 20 enough? Cause
That's
we're
what,
already at 18,700.
I have more parts already on hand, like horns and valves and nipples. So that's, I've ordered them. There's still 10 of them. So when we have new connections also, we end up having them on hand too. We've had 4 new connections already this year.
so you're comfortable with that number, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless something out of ordinary does come up and happening. We can't plan on emergency aspects.
We built 100 houses.
You're pretty well up to snuff on safety equipment.
That one's, yes. We still have that out there.
This year, you've only spent $15.93.
Right.
So is there additional safety equipment that you know you'll have to get?
At this point in time, no. So we could drop that down.
Does sewer also have a safety equipment line?
They do.
Okay,
Half of them.
yeah, you're right. Said it's 750.
Yeah. Computer support. That all run through the main office here.
Yes.
We haven't spent anything on it.
Yeah, and I think that would be if their tablets go down, issues like that. You know, and their antenna breaks again.
The the Banyan aspect goes under that too, if need be.
18,000, that's that payment we just made, right?
Yes.
So that will go away when we get our bond.
Yeah, and we were talking about this today. We're doing this one by journal entry. So once we get refunded, it'll correct itself because obviously that giant number doesn't look so hot.
And that professional services, we still do have, other meters to take care of in the water plant. The, calibrate the flow meters are still going on. So,
Contracted maintenance.
that's up there in case emergencies end up coming up that we have to dig, like a water main break or something else like that happens,
Yeah, okay.
is what that's under there for.
Why was it so high in 25? Do you remember?
25 was,
13,500, wasn't it?
Yeah, the cost above there or
there
something.
was another, yeah, we
Of
had,
theirs?
told the wells to have them inspected in 25.
Is that hydrant down by the skating rink? Was that in 25 or 24?
24 or 23.
Okay.
Yeah, part of that was digging out around that whole well, wasn't it? That big hole in the dig,
That hole that they had to dig around the well.
with an unusual deal.
No. Yeah, because we had to have that top part of that replaced on well 2.
You see a need to have a budgeted amount for street repair? We've spent 23,700 this year.
That so we can track all of the expenditures that go out. in support of this and just have them in one place.
It'll go away as soon as that bond comes.
So you're saying what's going on now is embodied in that 23,700.
Oh.
Is that what you're saying?
No, the 2026 street repair project.
It used to be 23,700 until I just did that check for 190 some thousand. That one,
That 23,700, is that part of this project or not?
yes,
It is.
yes,
So when the bonding comes in, then that'll be adjusted down to
Yes.
nothing.
yes, and I actually contacted the auditor on that before I did it. To see what was easier for them and how they recommended to do it, so it's not a bunch of journal entries and everything when they come back and audit.
You see a need to have a dollar amount for street repair for next year? Not all of the streets are getting redone.
Didn't we put more in the actual streets
Yeah.
budget? I recall that the council made a move to put a pretty big hefty chunk into that street repair and maintenance.
We do.
Yeah, this is under the water part, so it's separate. You gonna make it on our electric? Pretty good chunk to do there on the electric utilities already.
Well, let's look at last year real quick, because I know that was abnormally high and we made an adjustment last year on it. We were at 23.6. We budgeted 20. We moved it to 25 for this year.
Just wondering, we're already up so high on it.
25 last year too.
Well,
17,444.
maybe move it to 27.
I think
That would be,
higher than that, you're
would that
already
be
at
the total of
15.5.
June? That would be the total as of now, or is that the total for the end of
This-
June?
This amount's the most recent, so this is all the way until July.
Yeah, so from
Yeah, the 17 is up to date.
yeah, so from when I printed these on Thursday to now.
So it looks like we will be short though. Budget wise. We're only that's only 7 months in, a little less than 7 months. Thinking that should probably go to 30 then, to be safe, wouldn't it?
That's what I was thinking.
That should get us pretty close.
I mean, it is adjusting because of this project, we are using more water than usual, so the plant is doing way more than what it has been.
I know depreciation last year came out to be 267. We could move that up if we'd like as well.
70. 75 or whatever. Close.
Yeah.
When they usually get done with it, they end up rechecking depreciation expenses also when they're done with projects. They go through all the papers.
Our capital outlay on our sheets, we've still got generator, shop roof and garage door. Those have already been done, right?
Yeah, this capital outlay is, excuse those notes. Those are basically to keep all of our vehicles.
Keep a pot for stuff.
Yeah,
We do have some garage door. Two of them still to look into, and the other garage door. Also back there, and then looking on deciding to transfer that one generator to be fixed inside there. Try to do the main lift station at one point in time.
Saying to fix the generator?
The one portable we have right now. There's that diesel to be able to have, that diesel that used to be for the water plant, be able to make it fixed inside the building. To trench over to the main lift station and to also power up the shop building.
That would
Looking
be,
into
that would
that.
be a repair and maintenance, not a capital outlay.
Well, part of it would be capital outlay because you'd be running new
New wires.
new wiring and whatnot, and part of it would be. Well, kind of maintenance and repair.
Well, it's one of those things where it's basically a project that we're talking about socializing right now. And at some point in the future, we're gonna look at it. So we're saving for it now.
Well, at least it would make good use of that generator.
Yeah.
Implemented for weeks.
Yeah, cause right now it's just sitting back there. We fire it up periodically, but it's not being used for anything. That diesel one.
What is,
Do we need 30,000 to do what we're talking?
Well,
Well, it's for other stuff too, though. It's making that pot for when we have to replace stuff.
I know
Vehicles come down.
I think the next thing is gonna be a plow, I believe, for Public Works. I think we're doing this year with what we have, but
Right.
next year we need to start looking at, was it the Sterling?
This
Yeah.
That's where that transfer all comes into place. It has the future capital expenditures. You know, yeah.
Two different funds of principal and interest.
For the water tower project and then the bond from 2015.
That pretty much takes care of it.
All right, water revenues. We didn't raise rates, so we're not gonna see any major increase here in the revenues.
But we got some new houses put in.
It's true. It's true.
There should be a little more.
It's just.
So how many new units are there, Brett?
Oh, yeah, okay, so you know what,
8, 9,
you know what,
maybe 11 new ones since.
You got that apartment over there, that's 6.
we came out at 344 and 25, I think we'd probably be pretty safe at putting that at 350.
Test fee, did we want to put that up to that 54?
Yeah.
Last year's amount, did we want to move that to 54 instead? Last year's was 54.
Why is that
53.
a revenue? And then expense?
State pays back.
Oh,
You have the expense
Go
and
on.
then they re-put it back. It's, we're charging the homeowners that certain amount that the state tells us to charge. That goes on to the bill.
so it's
It's a
reimbursable.
dollar, yeah, it's $1. I think we ended up having to go up with that too.
Oh, yeah, we did, it was it was like 20 cents, I think.
Yeah, 20, it was 80 cents before and I think we went up 20 something, so.
So you want us 5,500?
and all the revenues?
Well, yeah, refunds, reimbursements, but, yeah. That's it. All right, we can move on to sewer. Sewer expenditures.
Salaries and sewer.
So that's that same question.
Why is there part-time?
Because sometimes Renata or them, when they clock in, and if they're in sewer, they're down at part-time. Because they're not full-time seasonal.
Was that mowing the pond area?
Common area,
Oh,
different lift stations.
I updated all these.
Supply seems like we're not spending near as much as we thought.
Nope. What if we do in 25 real quick?
12977.
Yeah, okay, well, we got up there and we're still,
Yeah,
yeah,
you have a lot of chemicals you have to buy for the sewer, run.
Probably gonna need alum this winter. We didn't do it last fall and this spring, but it looks like we're gonna probably need it this fall discharge.
oh, yeah,
Quite a bit of alum right now. Built up on there. All depends on how the treatment goes out there. Right now, it looks like it's just depreciating, so if that algae decides to sink and we get better samples come that time, then we'll be able to, it all goes throughout the process.
I'll also say that, last year we put that agitator in. That helps a lot. That reduces maintenance. We also are using a lot more bugs than we used to. That also greatly reduces how much maintenance, correct me if I'm wrong, Ron, but I think it was a noticeable difference how much we were able to save on these random expenditures that would have to come up just because we're preemptively doing.
On 25, we
Some treatments
spent 23,000 on chemicals, operating supplies. This year, so far, we have 7,200 roughly.
And that's the difference, cause I haven't had to buy alum in the spring. For
So
the
you
discharge,
think 25,000 for 27 is the number then?
yes.
Okay. Why the big jump on repair and maintenance? It jumps to $70,000.
Yeah, that's pretty big. We always spent,
We spent 27,200 last year. We spent 10,200 so far this year.
I think that
Why the big jump?
I believe that is because there are some lift stations that are gonna need to get replaced.
There's two more lift stations. The one I'm working on next year would be happy hour. And then there's the nursing home. So we did 87, we're doing 87 this year. That came to. What is that? We haven't got the final bill. And we got the. Oh.
Is this the one that the main pump went down?
No,
Okay.
this
Is
is,
that the one by my place?
yes.
Okay.
Remember the price of that one? That was around 70. somewhere.
Is it that
So-
much?
so if you go to the lift station, in the 70s, even,
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it was up there.
yeah, 'cause they had.
That all comes down to, because we do have a pump, like you're saying, that went out. So that would go on to repair and maintenance. The main lift station, we're on one pump right now.
Scary.
It is.
Yeah.
So they couldn't find us a loaner. They don't have a loaner on hand. So we're hoping with that pump that it comes back, the motor blew on it. So it didn't hit the safety measure. And it just kept on running and burned out the motor.
Those checked every day? So for
They
about
are, it
24
just-
hours?
When it got checked and then after the check, it kept on running
Till the next day.
until
That's
the
when you
next
caught it.
day. They're supposed to have that thermal safe in there. that if it does start overheating, it has that kick off and don't allow it to go. Well, that faulted and it didn't. Kept letting the pump go.
There's no like alarm system, alarm thing to say boom. Yes,
Not with that part that says that it's still running. We have a low level flow that'll say, but nothing came on. They'll say with them, but nothing called, because that one has a call out, nothing called. It didn't do nothing.
So the technology is out there now, is there any way you can put some kind of a sending unit on these pumps to come back to like a computer or something and says, hey, these are running and they shouldn't be?
But I talked to the electrician, so the electrician and, Midwest Pump is what their name is now. They're in contact with each other for this new pump and see on the new, going through that panel and everything. Double checking,
See what's available to do that.
seeing what's available.
Well, it's just kind of odd that one had the safety measure and the safety measure failed.
Yeah, but it's just like, yeah.
The thermal should have took.
So that's what we're looking through, whether that pump did actually have warranty. It's a 10-year-old pump. Whether it still had warranty on it, or if there's something else that covers the problem that it kept on going.
Would insurance cover any of that cost?
Haven't really got touch base with Mike.
I would think so, no.
Probably at 10 years old,
Yeah,
too, who knows?
Well, they're supposed to run for what, 30?
supposed to be 30.
You think they have
I mean, when you go through the maintenance, the propellers and stuff, you have to replace them, but yeah, the motor and everything should last you 30 years.
Think they'd have some kind of warranty.
Well, we pay,
You know,
don't we
50.
pay, insurance to cover, failure of equipment at all? I would ask them, there might be a clause in there that would cover that.
Okay.
Yeah, can't have to ask.
No.
Didn't cost anything to ask.
Yeah.
And save, you know.
Especially if it wasn't anything to do with negligence, it was a malfunction of the sensor that went out or something.
Yeah, it was all the sensors inside the cabinet. Cause that's what they tracked it down to, was the sensors and the low level float that it never kicked it off.
Safety equipment, moving that down to 750.
Professional services, do we need that much?
And for when they come and pump out
Mm.
the lift stations and
That'll be coming.
jetting the lines is under there, so
Is that done?
they haven't came and jetted the line jet.
Is that done annually?
Yes.
Well, then.
So they cut it up every 3 years. So they cut a third of the town
Every year. they
every
come
year.
and go. Yeah.
Yes,
So in 25, we spent $7,300 for professional services, which would have included what you just said. And this year, so far, we spent $1,589. So I think that sounds kind of high to me.
I'm trying to remember what the conversation was that drove us to bump that up double.
Well, we bumped it to 40 for this year. From 20 in 25 budget to 40 in the 26 budget, and carried the 40 over here for the 27, but
So if they have to come pump it again, clean out
they
this
do,
year,
they come in the spring and the fall.
so there'll be another 7,000 probably.
Still not gonna get
So
20,000.
20.
And you got the jet line comes also, theirs is around 13,000. I'm looking at this and I'm looking at repair and maintenance. Johnson's jet line got put in repair and maintenance instead of the professional services part.
So 35 would be a minimum on that.
well, couldn't we even cut that down to 25?
35 if they're gonna jet line and pump you.
But still, it doesn't-
Those two will get it to
it still didn't
34.
make 30,000.
Yeah, well,
No.
it was, you said 13,000 for the jet line,
13,000 for Johnson's jet
And we
line,
only spent,
so that makes it 20.
Yeah.
And then another pump,
another pump for
27, so maybe go down to 30 on it.
30, but I'd go to Lowe's, you know, I'm sorry.
I was also looking at that because
Go down to 30, we think?
they won't have to, rotor rooter the lines.
Oh,
Like they
that's true.
have had to come and do. So when they come this next time, they won't have to rotor root it.
Cause we'll have all our clay
We'll
lines
have all,
replaced.
all our lines.
We got those new lines coming in too, which I'm.
And it just,
Yeah. All them ones by the lake lake and alleys aren't gonna have to be root cutter. And then there'll be some, like here, they won't have to be televised either. So they'll be able to do a different section uptown with televising. Cause these ones, when they install, that's part of the project, is they'll have them cameraed.
That's city paid tax and assessment. Don't pay taxes and assessments too.
25 real quick.
put nothing in. They look back at me. We haven't done anything with it.
Yeah, okay.
So I even,
So we should be able to get
I
rid
think
of that.
maybe we gotta zero that out.
Yeah.
So we'll just go back, look at.
I don't know why 24 would have been.
There's not, oh, total in 24, there was some under there.
Oh, yeah, please.
Hey, that's kind of weird. Why we would have paid taxes and assessments.
Well, we did have assessment from the project. There's that building over there. The Learning Center building when they did First Street,
Oh,
so we'd have an assessment on that one.
I suppose we're gonna have an assessment on this one.
We'll have an assessment on this one also.
Yeah,
Where we don't,
so
we don't know
actually-
what the price is right now, what it's gonna be.
So yeah, actually we can't zero it because we know
We're
we're
gonna
gonna
actually
have that assessment.
Yeah,
how much
well,
is
that's
assessment?
one.
Yeah. How much are the assessments? Like we had before, how much were they like?
I think that one over there was that 7,500 for that building.
This is a
Water.
longer block,
Sewer.
and then we get that one too, right?
Where we don't have
Just
no
leave it there?
protection for that road. That was all the tower. So it will be here for this building, for the shop. Yeah, this building and the shop we'll have this as,
Yeah, at least that much.
cause that'll only be water for the shop building. This will be water and sewer.
Yeah, so considering it's the whole block, it'll be at least that much. We won't know until we get our PFA.
You know,
Right.
numbers get crunch. Or would be that.
It was actually in 2023,
Yeah,
and it was a journal entry that you can't go back to. Canyon. But it said, DEF assessment payment.
So it had to be for that.
oh, looks like we're good on electric.
Yes.
Just to go back up the list a little bit on automotive insurance, it looks like that's under budgeted. 363.
Yeah, we better bump that up to 500 maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Or is that all paid for this year already, Kelly?
That is going to change
Up or down?
because it's going to go down. Because when they set the policy, they forgot to take off that vehicle that we sold.
Oh, so wrong.
So there's a credit, but we won't get that yet. So when that credit comes, then that'll go back down. And that's 300 and some dollars.
Leave it.
The credit is?
Yeah,
Oh, well, that's a
like
one,
394 or something like that.
so 150 will be good. For features.
Yeah.
We're gonna take care of that.
And revenues. Let's just look at 25 real quick. So that's that one, 235. Oh, wait, no, 223. I think we could probably move this up then. 220.
It's too easy.
Yeah. Okay.
Want the. Copy of it. This is also. That one was for the repair and maintenance. And the professional services.
Abaco diving, yeah.
There's been go divings every 3 years for the clear well. That was last year, so that'll be in 28. Or different, it doesn't have to be Midco, just the diver. Right, I try looking at different prices, get better ones through different.
So that
contractors.
this, if we're doing an inspection, they go on and
Yep, they go on down there and dive, and then we'll do the inspection with video afterward. Once they're done. So that, when they did that, I still have the video in there. Came back good. There's a little staining up above the clear well, but that's all the oxidizing, different levels of the clear well changing. And then the tower will be, I believe it's next year will be cleaned.
This way, the wrong business.
drain out the lines, and then
Yeah, for them, they want it all the way.
so when they clean it, they just power wash it basically.
They come, but they come up with their robot, their drone. They just do it, the inside and outside with their drone.
Another one of business he gets.
I have nothing to do.
Yeah, one guy showed us, you know, did that class over there. He was just sitting in his lawn chair looking at the screen. So.
All right. Any questions for Ron here, or we're gonna get Brian up? Thanks, Ron.
Good evening, everybody. Well, looking at the city beach here right away.
Oh.
Probably.
Okay, beach.
Yeah, that's how it's in the order of mine is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We can start,
yeah, let's go with the park.
let's go to the park.
Ours are.
Let's go with you guys. All right. Looking at all this, I come down to operating supplies. And I have for a total this year already 7,700. That's gonna be the shipping container. And I'm almost positive that's also the new fencing that we built out at the park as well. Give that over to the Blueberry Pavilion, so people can drive on the grass and everything. Motors and fuels and lubricants are getting up there, and right now it's $50 to fill them all.
Well, back up here.
Sure.
3,000 for 27 for operating supplies. Do you
Yep.
feel that that is adequate?
Well,
Because in 25, it was 3,600 actually spent.
I think it'd be better if it's around 4. Just to be sure.
Well, and those containers shouldn't be under operating supply, should they? It was kind of a capital outlay, but I suppose we didn't have anything on a capital outlay for
Right.
that.
Well, we were using a lot of the project.
Put it in water station that was put in too.
What's that?
There is a water filling station that was put in, out the park.
Oh, a bottom filler.
Yes.
People to drink from,
Yeah,
And that was, part of the grant as well.
you know.
oh yeah, if you're comfortable bumping it up 1,000, if you think you're gonna need about $4,000 to
Well, I'd rather have it at 4 and not hit it than have it at 3 and go over. Cause last year we didn't do a whole lot out there, and it was at 3,600. But that's probably, you know. Most likely we had that, what was it last year? We had the guys install the middle sinks, or was that 2 years ago?
Last year.
I think it was last year, the middle sinks that were.
Pedestals for the water heaters.
Yeah, in 2020, they got rid of them so that no one used that middle sink and people would be 6 feet apart from each other. I think repairs and maintenance are right where it needs to be. Fuels and lubricants, it looks like 2,500 will be just fine. Even though it does, like I said, you know, it's $50 to fill up one of the hustlers now. It's
Are we
crazy.
gonna be maintaining the disc course as far as in the woods?
Eventually.
Down and mowing and whatnot.
Yeah, once that's done, it's gonna be a while before we get any weeds, you know, or any grass growing in there because of all the chips.
So it'll be at least a year before that would start getting messed with.
You know, before we even really have to really do anything with it. Moreover, anything is just kind of like leveling it out, just getting it flat.
Well, you have to eventually get a weed killer to kill weeds. You have to have them come up in the middle.
Yeah, well,
That'd be the only thing you probably could do. So weed killer basically
weed whip them down.
or something.
You know, right now I'm using vinegar, is I'm staying away from Roundup. Other than that, moving on, that's really the only things I know anything about. The rest of this stuff, property insurance and things like that, that's all administration,
Well, electric is,
We're really low on
electric, right? So-
which surprises me.
Yeah.
Well, this is just park, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So have we had many campers yet? I mean,
We've got a lot of campers out there, but it was just in the last 2 weeks that the heat was there. It was hit and miss, you know, I mean, we had a few people out there for the 4th of July, it was about half. I don't think anybody was there.
Okay, so last year, we budgeted 4 and we spent 57. So then we raised it up. And did we overcompensate here?
1,000 now.
well, compared to what it was, I mean, for last year, it's not that much, but who knows?
Well, this weekend, we only have 5 sites that are open this weekend, so the rest are full. And then I'm figuring maybe a lot of that from last year and the year before would have been Egg World when they're out there.
Oh, yeah.
Because they bring their families hang out there all day. So there's a lot of power rolling that.
And we can full up over the potato harvest again this year.
I'm hoping, we haven't heard back from Egg World yet.
She said today you're full from. I overheard her talking to somebody on the phone. Something about 11 on up is either all used for Egg World.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah, I know they're coming back to us.
Yeah, and then Bolton's Bees usually have a couple sites out there as well during that time. So they'll get a lot of use.
And with the music fest coming up, have a lot of music fest people camping.
That I couldn't tell you if they're there for the music fest or not. All I do know is that there's
Well,
only,
over that weekend.
yeah, I mean, we only have 5 sites left right now that need to be rented.
Most people that go to music fest camp out there.
And the only ones that are gonna come to our campground are the ones that don't wanna be up all night. Let's see here.
Losing subscriptions looks awful high compared to what we're spending.
Yeah, last year was only 550. We're already at 641 this year.
So half the year's through.
Why did we jack that up so high?
I don't know. It seems pretty,
Yeah, let's just take a
cut
quick,
that down to 1,000 maybe?
do a quick look. Who's, okay,
Yeah, we should be able to cut that down to 750 probably.
yeah,
Cause there's probably nothing more that's gonna be on that. We probably got all our dues paid and our subscriptions in, and
I would imagine so.
yeah,
so I would say 750 on that's probably reasonable.
I think that's highly appropriate.
License and permits, we haven't spent any this year.
Just the camp one, to get it through the state of Minnesota.
Oh, yeah. That capital outlay we spent, that was from that grant for the,
Yes, I would imagine
what
that's
we've done so far probably.
Yep.
Has Zach started out there yet on the perimeters?
this weekend, not this weekend, next weekend, he's gonna start.
So, I talked to Brian about this and, we don't know if we're gonna get the DNR grant, but we still wanna continue to push ahead and get these permanent sites in.
Well, even
So-
if we get the DNR grant, it's a matching, so
It-
you gotta have the money there.
And so we, even right now, the council early in the year said, hey, you can use 10 grand of that to continue to, get these permitives in and, everything else that kind of looped into that grant we did. So we will have really approximately 65,000 that is free and clear, not being spent, that was budgeted, that we're just not going to use until we get the grant. And so, my other concern is, okay, so we don't get this grant, DNR denies it for whatever reason. Well, now what? I think we still should put some money away and, okay, so let's say, the council makes the determination like, all right, you know what, we're going to kick it down another year. Well, that's, 65, that's 105,000 that we're saving. And, who knows?
So we didn't put anything aside in 25. And we
Nope.
put 75 aside this year.
Yes.
So you're saying we have 115 for next year to work with,
If we do this.
not factoring in DNR grant.
Yes. Yep. And so realistically, that'd be enough for us to still complete the project on our own.
Yeah.
And, again, that's not to say, Sourcewell might have another opportunity like they did this year that we could take advantage of. So, but yeah, I'm not gonna read the tea leaves on that too hard.
When does DNR open that grant application process?
We were supposed to know by the 30th of June, but we'll know for sure at the end of October.
For funding? Right?
Or this winter.
Yeah, 'cause they award it in October, I think.
Yeah, it'll be awarded in October.
That's that.
This, revenues, I brought us down to 50,000. I know that really we're just getting into peak campground season. Couldn't tell you exactly what we're gonna shake out as. I do know last year, we came in at, 43. Hard to tell. I think a lot of this is also economy driven. And, when you look at the price of gas right now, I'd love to see it back at 250 a gallon again. This is a guess. It's a guess.
Halfway there, yeah.
No, and we're looking really good. And we've had more full, almost sold out weekends already this year than we did, I think, all last year. So, pretty
Did,
optimistic.
people, have they been paying their dump fees? And
Looks
the
like it.
problem with people,
Yeah, for the most part, people have been paying.
We can actually move this probably up to 3.
Yeah, at least 2 for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
1320, so obviously they've been paying.
Oh, yeah. We've been we use the stick more now when it comes to this stuff. Like, hey, you're either gonna pay or we're gonna send the cops after you. And it's like, yeah. It's like, yeah, I don't ever want to say this is why we can't have nice things. Like, please, folks, be responsible. It's not like we're
Didn't
charging.
we put the motion camera out by the dump station?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it's, okay. They mentioned that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, and beach. Okay.
The operating supplies at the beach seem a little low, but the repair and maintenance is up, and that's because we had to build that new dock. And I've already noticed that I'm gonna have to replace a couple boards on it. They've worn down.
I mean, so like, would it be practical just to get a different kind of dock maybe? Because
Eventually, it'd probably be the best thing to do.
I mean, I know after that one storm, what, 3-4 weeks ago, I mean, you think you sent me a picture. I mean, the dock was wrecked.
That was at the pier,
Yeah.
no,
Big washing. Once the street project is done, that'll washing out too.
well, yeah, and in fact, I had to actually go into the lake a little bit with the skiddy to pull back because of Grand Peninsula Ford.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
went
washed,
out there as far as I was willing to go.
it washed down
Bringing
there.
it back. But that PLM stuff's working, whatever they do out there. And I gotta go clean up the fishing pier right now. Well, you know,
Did they spray around?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll spray it on Monday.
And some of the people on the lake that they told us they weren't gonna do it this year because it didn't work. I mean, you could see it works.
Were they spreading granules or what?
But what was
It's
it?
a liquid.
Really?
But it supposedly, my understanding is the stuff's kind of got heavy,
Heavier than water.
so it actually settles down.
Why is there not using the granule?
I don't know what, we don't have any weeds on our beach at all, which is really working well. And the only thing I heard about on the fishing pier, there were some weeds around that. Did they treat that?
Yep,
The second
they
go
treated
around?
everything. The only other thing that I would like to try to accomplish out there is to get possibly a dive team in and clean up all the garbage that's in there. You know, like the old anchors and everything that the raft used to sit on, or the old raft. Some of that stuff's still in there and it's solid in the ground. But we'd have to get down there, probably pop some holes in there and hook it up with some air and try to lift it up. And hopefully the lake's gonna come up.
Yeah.
If it keeps going down, we're gonna get a lot more beach.
How far down from last year is it?
It's at least 2 feet.
2 feet of shoreline?
Yeah.
2 feet of water height.
Water.
Yeah,
It's deep.
10 feet of, 10 feet of fill.
Yeah.
How about on shoreline?
Well, we've gained probably about 4 feet of shoreline. Just
We
going
gained
into the water.
28 feet on our property.
Did you?
The water is out 14 feet from last year?
We started 50 feet when we first built the house and it was like 78 feet now. So then we actually added more yard to make our.
So how long a time period is that then?
Since last year.
We did in 2020, but it's continually going down. I don't know. But somebody said, then Scott Sagal said it was 1977 when it was down that far.
I heard 76, but I'm not.
There's no spring that feeds the lake?
There is little springs, yeah.
Is there?
But
Everything's so
enough.
dry, it's just, the water table's low.
Yeah, real low.
I mean, should we just start moving all our snow out there?
Just put it off-
Be a bad
put it all
idea.
right off
Without
the-
pushing it up the hill there?
let it go.
Located somewhere close to.
Put the salt
sewers.
Put
Yeah.
the street salt out in the lake?
No.
Not a good idea.
there's about a 800 acre watershed that actually feeds Spirit Lake. Excuse me, it goes back up on our property.
There's a
But we-
couple on the south end.
well, it'll be the southwest end in that little peninsula there, but we need a lot of snow. We need the ground to freeze. We need a lot of snow so everything runs back and goes into the lake.
Absolutely.
So I see on that motor fuels and lubricants we spent, but we didn't have anything budgeted. Was that for the skiddy when we pushed all the sand up and whatnot?
Yeah. You're talking about the 671?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that for mowing too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So we need to put something in there.
yeah.
I mean, the skiddy this was an unusual because we pushed up all that sand. That's not happening every year, but we should probably put that 1,000 in there.
Yeah.
Just to be safe.
Yeah, absolutely. Cause with the skiddy, I mean, I try to go out there at least twice a week, just to sweep it up and make it look good. Right now, like at the fishing pier area, which I call a fishing beach, it's got weeds all over the shoreline now, and I gotta go get them out of there before it starts stinking.
Our maintenance, are we high enough on that?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have too many problems right now. The only thing I need to do is get a new toilet seat for the women's middle stall.
What they do?
It broke.
Oh, okay.
So leave it at 2,000, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
What do we have professional services at this?
Lifeguard training. And, I'm almost thinking, do we need to put that at maybe $3,000 and,
We might, cause I've already had a couple kids call me to see if they could become lifeguards, and I was like, not till the spring.
okay.
So you already got a callback list formed, huh?
Yeah, I do actually.
So that was obviously what held them up was the getting certified.
Nah, that was the golden egg right there. So I think city made a real good move on that.
That was a good recommendation, Brett.
I'll give Brian the credit for this one.
Why is water sewer utilities so low? 44.75 for this year so far.
I'm not sure about that.
City doesn't pay water and sewer.
It was
We pay electric.
498.25 last year.
Yeah, last year we paid utilities. This year we don't. We only pay the electric, should be all we're paying down there.
No,
And there's not much there for electric, right?
not really, just the bathrooms, and then you got the pavilion.
Couple
That's
lights.
probably what that, well, it should be more than 44.75.
Yeah.
It was the electric, but
And we will have a new camera going in and out at the beach too, that will be focused out on the rafts and eventually the floaties as well, and that should be towards the end of this week or next week for an install.
Great.
Move it on, move them buoys again?
Yeah.
They've been moving them buoys, I guess, around. Kids can still look at it, hold it around.
I think there's just enough slack on them that they can move them around, but they're not going anywhere.
That's what-
what else is there?
Well, we officially added a capital outlay. This will be part of the grant here. But when we get these floaties here, we get them in there, there's a very good chance it's gonna be popular. And this is gonna give the council a little leverage that, hey, if it turns out that this is great, we got a little something set away, we can put a new one in a year. Or if there's something else that's fun out there, or
Or if we had to get sand for the beach.
yeah, or sand for the beach. Yeah, exactly.
Put money aside for it.
Yeah, one of the, if we can grow if we can grow the floaties out there, one of them will be a lifeguard stand. That they'll be able to go out onto the floaties and they'll have their chair they can sit in.
Wow.
Yeah,
Their lifeguard chair.
yeah, it's an
Big
inflatable.
chair on the floaty.
No, it's a floaty that is a chair for lifeguards.
Oh,
It's got a canopy over it and everything.
Wow.
That way they're close to the action.
Yeah.
Right, revenues.
Didn't have anything for swimming lesson fees.
I have to move it out because when it got put in, it got put under miscellaneous. So I have to get a list from Diane on
Well, how
how
many
much
kids did you have
needs
in
to be
all?
moved over.
We're at 25?
13, I think, 14 kids. No,
No, it's
24 kids with 13 families, so I think it's actually 25 now, because we had one more addition on Monday. For the swim lessons. We had 25 kids being trained in 3 different class levels.
So is that something you're gonna make a separate line item for them, Kelly, or?
There is a separate line.
End them up there.
I just haven't been able to put anything in it yet until I know how much it is that I'm gonna move over. I just told Diane when she got it and gave them receipts. I said, since you don't see the swimming lessons, just put it under miscellaneous. And we'll move it there.
The PLM link donations, that could be increased.
actually,
This was the last 2 years, you had the Lake Association and the VFW.
oh, and the Lions this year.
And the Lions.
For all intents and purposes, we're basically, we funded PLM like for next year already. It's incredible. I think, 1,500, I think it'd be pretty reasonable.
We didn't have it on here, but should we set a budget meeting? For our next real budget meeting?
Yeah,
Cause we'll need one more, at
It has
least,
to be submitted by one to the state.
30, end of September, and we have a work session, and that's when we usually,
it'd be September,
yeah,
would be the work session. Well, so we should probably have one more budget meeting before then
yes.
to get it, we gotta get it dialed in before then. We're in July already, so if we do it even in August,
We got our regular council meeting on the 10th at Greenwood.
Doesn't work before the.
no, cause that'll be a pretty in-depth one, cause we'll be looking at the totals. So we can see the whole,
Picture.
add it all up as we go, so we know where we're at for taxes. So. How's that week after the regular meeting look for people?
I will tentatively be out of town.
17th, I'm open.
You're gonna be out, so how about the following, the 24th through the 28th?
I will probably not be back until that 26, 27 timeframe, 28 even. Well, what about the week of the council meeting after? With that Tuesday? No.
How about the 31st?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, does that work for us?
Yeah, 31st works. Yeah, sure does.
6 o'clock again?
Yeah, that seems to work best. Does that work for you, Drew?
Yep.
And figure a good couple hours on that one. if
Yeah, I think we ought to
'cause we'll
do
be
it.
Going through everything, so.
Yeah, I will. I mean, we can, what I'll do is, obviously this will get a little more refined. Let's start with the general fund here and let's look at how close we are already. We're at 1.78. All right, so we got about 20,000 we're gonna have to massage in here to even it up.
It's not too bad.
No, all things considering, every department so far is basically given their wish list to the council and it's in there, so.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
But 6 o'clock on the 31st, then.
Yep. Should do it. We'll take a motion to adjourn.
Adjourn.
Second.
7, all in favor, say aye. Aye.